Good afternoon. And so that's wrong. Nyankopon edi adom yen. Nyankopon adaroma ye daswati Nkum tachama boje die mu afrisane ebraso se dwumadie baako a edu awia no mienu se ken na Ghana nyina ewia se afana nyina na obi aye krado ya wotie eye sinupen no age so se ye kano senia etie ebraso se ye de ebrewo abusua kai na hye no so se ene asama hodo bebre ene guapa so ye behwe na afei yetimi edi ho enkomo ene se wodo ani chemu asante mantemu a me no ekasa sesei eye council of state elections no eguso ya ehonso so no ekoso kwan bia so ye behwe na ye di ho enkomo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene na ban wo ma hyase a me no ekasei enkofo bia Nana Addo Dankwa akufo-addo abanda da watwam efa wo mu adwuma mu no wa hyase ya wo pam wo mo ene ye behwe na afei ye ne wo mu atensam ase wo mu atensam ase wo mu atenkomo ase edi nkomo na afei ya sene pem ya kan se de ete na yakwa ni pepepe sanso ena se okonsam furomu a ene nso so no ye behwe se kwambia so yewura Sami Okujeto Ablakwa wono ekohia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na ora omo present omo report no wono so so ekansem bi ya chese sika wo my Ghana ye betimi retrieve nko no eye 21 billion US dollars sa sika no ye bedi hu nkomo enne na afei ya hu senia eno so so no ekro ewo eye editorial no esoso ebeba afei as usual Ghana nkomo ensoso beba Albert beba be come nsa na afei yetimi edi enkomo meno ekasa sesei ensoso eye MPP eye UK branch omo chairman ewofia ha kwambia so na ye ne be sin konwa mpu ba kwambia so me ne mienu ba ko bejo nso afo na furu so ama bibia aye kama ewa ha ye bekọ no pem ama bibia etimi akoyie kama hyane nso se enhyehye ne sade etie na saa ye bie kwan mu ede to ama won so sebre ne so a watimi ede o messages ahodo no ede aba na afi yakwanim na ye kasa sesei kai na hyane nso se eye Net2 television YouTube woko YouTube na woko Facebook eye Net2 television GH eno ewo ho Net2 TV GH ewo ho ya eye adwuma ewo ho a me no kase woko ho bibia eye kama afei womo etie ensusu etie yan ewo oman 107.1 FM so ehon so ehuru den ewo nkran pumpuni mantemu afei asante mantemu ensusu ash 101.1 FM ehon so me no ekase ekoso ehwo a omanfo enya bi na afei wo mu etie afei sanso ane yeko eye asinfosu ene ne mpatemu a nap radio ehon so etwagu ya obia etimi etie bi ehho na si etwa esuo na afei yeko kwasibroni ekromu a me no ekasa sese wudwani ekiremu ewo eye USA ehon so no ekoso den USA abrochimemu eye King Jesse TV King Jesse Radio ekoso eho King Jesse Radio eno ewo New Jersey ewo UK America man mu achese enema eko den sanso so ana kwa Sources Radio enso so ewo UK me no ekase Tottenham ene ne mountain so wo nyina no eho aye he obia esini pem eho sanso so ana ye Amansan Radio enso so etwegu ewo UK man mu a wono so etopete ama obia enso so enye bie etie eho WhatsApp messages no obetimi ede aba eye 0240 55 na fe 0899 0240550899 eho ana obefa na fe wodo text messages na fe WhatsApp messages no so no ede afa ho na wode aba kai na hye no so ye frame Anthony Kofi Nkum Dadzi twanetiawa na frame Mr Nkum na fe yankuanim ema bibia enko yi pepe baby a wa wutie bia no Nyankopon enhira ento so me no ekasa sesei Honorable Kennedy Akompreku Agyapong owa santimantemu ya chese wone omanfo a chese womo ewo ho na dwumayefo edi nkomo edi nsawso enamfofo wone womu di nkomo edi nsawso ewo ho a chese enema ekwa kama pa enti ene as usual kwambia so yebehwe na afi yedi ho enkomo wei ene nsama hodo a yɛbɛhwɛ na afɛ yɛde nkomo ebre so nso ebebie kwa ma nso afrɛ na wo do adwen po abeta dwumadie no akyi na yɛtimi akɔ yɛnim yɛfrɛ me Anthony Kofi Nkum Daddy abusua ma me mmɔmɔde na afɛ me nda me ho na yɛnkonkofa the mentality of a lion na yɛbra na afɛ atoa so akɔ yɛnim yɛba sesia.
Freedom. The lion has freedom because the lion demands freedom. The lion has freedom because he fights for freedom. His very nature says he will die for that freedom. Perhaps there's no more valuable asset on this earth than freedom. Something you can only understand if you've experienced a lack of it. In your own life, you must fight for freedom. Your own and that of others. The freedom to speak your mind. The freedom to be who you want to be. The freedom to live on your terms. Freedom means fairness for all. The freedom to be who you must be while allowing others to be who they're going to be. There is no greater value. Fight for your freedom. Protective. The lion is protective of everything of value. The family, the pack, dinner. If you threaten anything of value to the lion, you better be prepared to fight. What do you need to protect? What are you willing to fight for in life? Not physically, mentally, emotionally. What are you willing to sacrifice your time for? What or who keeps you going? What is your purpose? What or who gives your life meaning? That is worth fighting for. Freedom. The lion has freedom because the lion demands freedom. The lion has freedom because he fights for freedom. His very nature says he will die for that freedom. Perhaps there's no more valuable asset on this earth than freedom. Something you can only understand if you've experienced a lack of it. In your own life, you must fight for freedom. Your own and that of others. The freedom to speak your mind. The freedom to be who you want to be. The freedom to live on your terms. Freedom means fairness for all. The freedom to be who you must be while allowing others to be who they're going to be. There is no greater value. Fight for your freedom.
All right, welcome back into the studio. Ebraso say ensema hodo no yetimi edi won komo na afi yekọ yenim se de amaka kiro no ne se ukọ amanone ne ade nyina no yegigum eho wiase afa na nyina no eti yenka eho enti sini PEIN ensem no yeka no se de etie pepepe ebraso se yede eye Ghana nkomo ebro menua Albert asmani atenase as usual menko no ho na afi yenni nkomo opani na ti sen
Nkum nyame adaro
bibia bokọ de
nyame adom edru Monday say I say yakoje ahome aba enti na ko first working day ni yeti ha say dia na say
enti eba no sa na wo ba no with full force nyasa enti ahoden no wo soro enti ene de kwan bia so ene ma be ye huhu ye kan say de tie sinu PEIN ye no mistake
asem no kra ye to say
debi na ko to say bia ye de opani
say bi kra ni Bible
debi
enti nyame asem bia o kan wanim oka you read Proverbs 26 verse 6 baby o si boa okwasea na jimisem so na amana na adwen so enyansafo
ko wanim
ha enti Bible no oka ne said de tie na
enti ene ye the Bible su ene ye de abetena ha enti sa pepepe
ye di da so a ne Bible no
eno ano no sa na ye ko
abribia no ye empanifo ne bu be se ye tumire a ne a kire usie ye nso ye ka ne a kire se ye fapem no
say na tie say wonim so say we move with the mentality of a lion and yen no joke yen ni agro kra
na so dey come dey na wonsuro hwe
eh nia wo hunu na wo hunu say eye ade bi edimu no jata hu na ohu ne se eyenam
se mpanifo bu be se ade akrama hu a opo wo na jirambo hu a bu na ni chie ze on emfa na ho dabi ono enye dede no wa bu na ni je no
sabe pepe nete na ene ye kasa sese honorable ewa santimantemu na said the amanfo ebu kam fast one person mu no as usual wonim ne regular visitor ya otai eye wa santimantemu enti no ne adwumayefo ehia one enamfofo ehia one ne business partners ehia ene ade o he said ya ekona in fact pictures ni be buy no you could see said there be ujafo amanfo eni abre one so
honorable the one thing and microphone say ono oye Kumasi boy
yes
ono no watena Kumasi ana asantefo penasem ono so pa asantefo asem
sa
enti Kumasi obi a owo investment with Kumasi no now that's you should tell say Kumasi dana Kumaso
exactly
onko okeke owo juma with Kumasi o business with Kumasi osa wo fie with Kumasi enti all kono watwene ho afin kran keke na so fie Kumasi na kono fie ana wako
efie ni fie enti okon owo fie eno ano no enti Albert ena me na atena se na sinjo ayede Ghana nkomo ono no wo de bomode na bra Facebook na behwe time a odu eye is it Prempeh International Airport ono odu ho na chese enipa ebunkam afa honorable so enyasem keto akra otimi say yes openi na bafie na Albert she na bodwe white na wo sa na me hu ana bibi ya to me so no
say honorable kende oye guy ono we na just simple or probiasem and the idea am feel
down to earth
oshiango for that small be no na
exactly
onye obi a oye nipa on kon nche honorable obi a on senipem say in fact say na
ebusia bomodin na join yen YouTube and say Facebook Net2 TV GH na fe also be phone a etwagu bra honorable Kennedy akompre ko Agyapong edu asantimantemu he boga he wow this is beautiful down to earth personality he ose mesremo tanya na
entman ko obeso be
ose mesremo munyin to mani free form na me nante form na membra efe abet she look at picture be na saade with me edema
unse me kura mi hu ade no na like but next time I reho the way akufo-addo. I mean this is somebody this is a spontaneous stamp zero like who say arrive at home PFE and papa na ebe that should tell you how akufo-addo and how akufo-penasem
yes
what I say because just somebody meet you at the airport and open ntoma efrano we or the saying time of Jesus Christ or the say Bethlehem no
and then nyame asem na ba wa miracle
zana no eno na ma edom ntoma say for me say afum oponko na oteso no enante so the last time I meet you no na me di mani asa hu business enne ya ma say e ma sane o ntoma hwe
na ntoma
achidi achi ma ko gita re fe no bata ni mbo ne ba be
no
ana mo dey step for me say na mo Agyapong na ante so what you say obituma papa bi a address dia pie
this is beautiful
oto pom cho say we dia mesremo
this is beautiful
bi se mintia na mo babat mamo to apa dia minti aso efe kwa we chere obra enipa eden e de dono that's the in fact that is the man Kencity Agyapong that is the definition of Kencity Agyapong ope politician na owo kroma osia nkofo fake
oya down to earth
you see, you can't fake around him.
The
thing is, you can't fake around him. The love is organic, pure, genuine, like Obia Penasem. And no pen honorable for say some of us we never G amanyosem who were bra yesia honorable Agyapong school because as a student na papa ba no timi nya kwan no ni motena se din komo you see and na me share how our test con for ayena erane ewo other institutions aya na emesere se honorable Agyapong kana ho na otisi tertiary institutions no na oye the said the first na odbo you test coach dom na Minya sure say anka results ye hu in 2024 e wo tertiary institutions ke be hu
Albert my enko ani mase yenim se kwan bia so no sansa kra no beba du a yebedi mujo ama bibia ye kama kan na sha no so se sinipen dwumadie na ugusu a wo hwe na uti radio sahodo no eso na meni Albert asmani na yatena se a ye de Ghana nkomo ahodo a Ghana de hye edini mu ontene so efom empatam kwanchan no ana ye keka bo ano de betena ha na afa yetimi edi nkomo akwanem meni enen so no kwa santimante mu Council of State election na egusu a ekoso eho kitwa bi na ye nto aso
unza abatu de em say last week ana mokoto ye nyame adom omotimi tu aba ni nyina wi em say nipa 86 pen na ekoto aba no nyina ye esi ye na me sure say enne security for we kuma say regional minister and electoral commission ana obia any stakeholder bia wo sabato bi gidi say ni niema bia oye ya ankoye last week no this time around no obia be correcting the wrongs na ometimi ato aba no ama ehun abonyam
especially partisan politics na omode for sa
this last week na me ka say
about time say so mu yi sa nyama ni nyina
we wo abato bi okrum ha esese ye kron and just nipa ni jihu asumdue wo ho a it should be the Council of State election. This is not election a ye koye poster ko tare baby ye ko do obi atem it's just Ashanti region nyina e ko yi nipa ba ko pe amana ko represent you
metu amampanifo
that's it.
So simple.
Etika we dey basa you be in fact for the first time in the history of this republic a few we pen yakoto Council of State abantu kwesi what do you baby that in fact people didn't even know say Council of State say to be swaba including myself you see because here to maintain that way here to abano until last week this so
and then what are you looking for
and then in fact said them kind I'm looking out to see say security very tight yema any foreign person be a chance into the premises ye beto abano asudwemu ne akan ne declare na nipa na say obe represent Ashanti region no I represent it that's all national Ashanti for yes because ye mpese ebia nkrofo bi pese omo no ede orchestration bi bam di beyi obi omo pe they should leave the thing in the hands of that electoral college na or my foreman all the district of Ashanti region edi nipa 2 pe eneba into when said that nya there say ya dey hu bia or beto aba you should allow them to vote and go where a simple cry.
All right enti Albert na mene no atena se ayedi enkomo na ya be hye enkomo twetwe ase na afi yakwanim sese ya me no eka say last week na a letter from the current chief of staff Yera Julius Debranchen eba abontene ya na omampani ensa hyase se enipa ahodo bi a ansa na abandada watwemu no ekro no wofa omo adwuma mu no wo mu nyina no watwa omo dim anase se adwuma no watwe asensan broni be ka ne se revocation of recruitment no ahyase de ne ya me no eka se bia bia bukofo a ekeka ko no eya yehu eti eno ho nkomo na yasi nkonwa ye ba bedi na wonsusu betime de wode afa Facebook ukọ Facebook ana de afa ho o comment no fafa of abra ye be kan e de ama sansusu na YouTube nsoso ubetime de o comment no afa ho de aba na yakan no nsoso e de ama ama bibia akonanim WhatsApp nsoso no as usual eno nsoso ho a ubetime e de o comment na afa na afi ya hwe e de ama wo Albert enkomo da apono so revocation of recruitment sansemi said de akoi de keka koi kamia is say eya ye hu
che say un say last week ye touch on it e wa ha e ma me kra de na me ka say last 4 years no
yes ni pay e kire aban no
ye kan but o should the way this time around e kona no em say ni ya nyan because eya koba say obia wa appointment no e fall within December January no ye yiwedi. Now you see one thing that this current chief of staff medine ho ya pa ne say Julius Debra medine ho ya pa because na oye one of the politicians na my friend said the finest na
oye boko
ana onye that enkofo na omdi hooliganism politics no wo hwa a okosuhuma one the former Suhum MP Honorable Paransa a contest ya Suhum heated contest pa enti Tama President John Dramani Mahama yeno chief of staff between I think 2012 2013 and 2017 you know na eyeme de and at that time in fact he didn't disappoint me na the nature the demeanor the chief of staff you know was on point. It was good. But me who letter ya or sure any course says against good governance and ethical or whatever practice and I'm saying what does the crofo ya or my victim in this dismissal na sebi you who show me nyina one last year can say before we were ban adwuma mu no one SSS sa aban adwuma no e the space to employ. 2 as a set omunya financial clearance. Omunya financial clearance in so as a set position na ye fan crofone ye advertising Emma Ghana phone you say ye fan the page you is the chief of staff saying says Sanema we nyina course after December 7th after December 7th
impossible
Anna vacancy better after December 7th Anna we financial clearance after December 7th Anna we hear adverts esan hear nkofo interviews after receiving all the applications you hear interviews near some of the institutions grano they have to refer their people to the civil service what I said no more yes interviews no more recruitment near there emma it is all quite true sanema we nyina wie na so unfortunately as a citizen who are paid juma pay it is not your fault that you were employed in December it wasn't your fault and especially me share nurses are over 5,000 nurses are omono anyam financial clearance nurses anya say mu wie school mpo afiwe yo see you the way finances for na e bitimi tina fie 3 years ni en form adwuma mu to former president Mahama efisu 2016 no na owo 2014 nurses mpo gufia ni enye den yen form adwuma mu enti ene sababa na ya employ enkrofo e adwuma no ma one adia ba ko a me support this dismissal ne say obi a owo ma ya fa na adwuma on go through that and nema mabubo su ya na ebia obi na fa na keke ama no fake appointment letter bi eno de eye fake but se susuan pass nipa no I go through all these processes. Not indeed that institution you know had the financial clearance to employ na say am employ according to civil service practice I the funny pa me who the bibia di akira say yede ye faso edi yomedi because one obia oya aban adwuma bia no Ghana ma pon constitution anga say edi adwuma no ebo ho ban ebo ho ban in the sense say untumi nsore enne enka nkire me say or the same mami ya oya adwuma ewo local government ministry no ne ho ye mahi oya MPP ni ntine onko fie unni sa kwan no se ye wo enema bia civil service mu no se utu sa amra na yetimi ede yeden ediji wadi se unto sa amra ni bia obia ni ho until say yaden wako retirement it is a funny power adwuma na so wa go through the mail apply for adwuma no wakoni interview ya selecting among metro exams atro na ya for adwuma and then necessary ya yomadi be bro wa ya post you from omukroma amakodu nkronkro so amakọ rent dan aframe po na mo ye den almost settle meanwhile nyina so yenim the pressure on our health system
yes
and nurses ba ko timi hwe over 6,000 10,000 patients who checking nurses and patient ratio na ya nya nipa di o ma begum se o ma me boa na o se uzi o ma entu say Ghana registered nurses and midwifery association no o dey about bontin say Sesanko for ne kwa they are all going to go on mass demonstration and strike. These are essential staff they are untouchable and this all don't sample then e kan omo
Albert on that note senior na wo ka no ma yenko constitution ni mu na yenhwe senior Ghana constitution na kasa eka protection of right of citizens ma yenko na fe yenko say producer say mon sa kan sa krata na nka mo fanto ma yen na Ghana fo nyina nso so ehunu ne ehwe se wohwe ewemfo ne da wo TV ne so sesi ya picture and picture na you could see say revocation of appointment no eno na eda TV ne so a wohwe sesi adwuma wo mo aye na wohwe wo TV ne so so a obehu eye protection of right to life eno na wo ho no o say no person shall be deprived of his life intentionally except in the excess or say except in the excess of the execution of a sentence of a court in respect of a criminal offense under the laws of Ghana of which he has been convicted. So as I say, it is a osha or say Ghana ni bi anyway say sebe ye be depriving or say adwuma bi say ye de adwuma ma Ghana for ma yen deprive Ghana ni bi say so obi anya bi pepepe na nipa wono de wontimi nya adwuma ni bi enye aye obi a sebe waye bone oye criminal ye de no emra ene no edie say nipa no eno no de betimi deprive ni bi because of oman no emra enti na say nya sa na se nipa ni efa amra kwan so se ne Albert na wo chechem se I mean that 3 point I will make here clearly say company no one financial clearance and then 2 as so more advertising position no and then the toso miensan so no say omuhunu se nipa oba no so no at least I got
or sefata so
betimi aye na se nipa abaya ma na adwuma na fe se wo ba na se wo yi omo a na che se wo ne constitution ni oka no anyone ne no eya gbabura.
That's the point.
Because what shall say Ghana for maybe a woman ya juma wo mo no. You see anopai nkomo bia na ye di ewe akire ho ene say nipa ba aku bia na bia ye mfa ne say ono no oyobi a nabusua eye maako nipa maako enum ene meki ono nabusua na say ye nipa maako enum ne meki ono nabusua anaso de mfa so bi kra ne de ye mienu na sa mienu na nipa maako be say bia 20 and where you my dear Albert my proper decentralization now you share the number of people who deprive you of life the number of people who person come at the woman as a mampeni the number of people who person sebi omo de o ma brabo enye basa o person omo de ekom enu omundi o person ekom efo omu nomum o person omo abrabo ankasa no ade a eye wa abrabo mu no wo mo efem nti sa wo yesa asoma mpani no abet minim bia okeka ko minim bia nya pese odi bo men
that's the point because unim mami read President John Dramani Mahama any president here obeso in Ghana ha asema ye de mawo ye de Bible show nsem na odi so say o swear or say I John Dramani Mahama having been elected to the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana, that I will all time preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, and that I dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana, and to do right to all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of Ghana and suffer the penalty for it. This one, has the president gone against the constitution or not?
Yes.
And if you swear that you do right to all manner of Ghanaians, all manner of persons, are these people not Ghanaians?
One can say you are going to be, good to only the MPP, the NDC. No.
What I say? These are Ghanaians. Konya beda ho se amu mama ye Ghana for adwuma. Amu ansori amfie mu fie amfa gidi anko rap Ghana gas any gapoha. And as well co any organization me say ya ba beji adwuma ye ana ma kotena ho no wa ba na say opam. These are the people who go through the right procedure. Yeah, they employ Obia ewo Ghana ha, including President Mahama and ministers omutiwoyi. So President Mahama no sorry ya no fa Sam George Kotena Communication Ministry. Emrada ho say o appoint obi say minister. As a say the command the Speaker of Parliament The Speaker of Parliament has to set up an appointment committee. The appointment committee has to vet the person, and if the committee approves, they send it to the chamber for approval of Parliament. Then you swear that person in as a minister. And to say procedure na emana hyehyɛ de ama o say wo timidi fa ministers no. And then I was sorry and now one bypasses ade nya no afa ngofo na ngogu ministry because emra bi organa ha e kire kwan a adwuma bi obi pese wo ye no ofa so no de ye. Are these people are omo ye yi omadi anayi? Are these ama ye bone ben? Is it their fault to say omo no ye ma financial clearance in an election year? Is it their fault? Is it their fault to say the police in here ya fona fanti tiemu wako enlistment ya koye ni nioma nyina wako training ya command weapon training AK47 ya tu antofo ya kosua sa tu we nyina to ebi kura to bomb nyina na wako yi na bi say o metena fia sa nipa ya udi aboa wode na mo no atete no na wode na metena fie so medi banku no obetimi adi ontimi wako kire obi say de tutu asa na obekina re wako kire obi say de tutu wako man no machine gun akọ any training wudi bi akọ asutware forest mu achiase forest mu akọ momo training se omumra form we de emeko enje oman Ghana ena ye be for na dwuma mu de a wo si ye nyina di na what doubt dwen ho say that training ya ye de am mu nyina yi one is at the cost to the state ya de aban sika na de titi wo mu sa nurses ya na ye pam wo mu yi omuko school nyina na Ghana mo allowance abet nkofo nsem wo mo kan se enye nne na sa nkomo we eba so SCSS nti akwese cycle se MPP ba ebo NDC ba ebo nti ade we guso ayekoso this is the first time yahu an official letter aba system say yenyi nkrofo edi ebi see that nti ba the SCC nyina akra na yemfa ye that is the point. That is the point. This is the first time. And if we don't fight this thing with all our might, or China be no, amana be president, obia betimi asode fi baby na o China, me no me enu ana ye nua na ya mabi no, omoti baby ni akos yomadi. Now Albert, is it not the same president time are not original campaign platform so no? Or catch a Ghana for he is coming to implement what he calls the 24-hour economy. 24-hour economy no, but I say or Baba creating numa afọ numa ye fo bebre. Now for say oba na be sha se be inkofo adwuma mu a ebe ye ye ni. Just ebe da na ye. You see the point is that one can say on a campaign trail no. Who can say enkofo bi gra say me ba ma ya fo adwuma no me yi uni say who Jim Bonnia? They thought of it in opposition before they came. It is not some baby office. I'm telling you. These are the people that before mobile bad bemuno. No man can say akufo-addo are parking courts with 10 people before. I bet who see the akufo-addo are parking civil service with 10 people before. Who see the pain? I'm telling you. And Thomas Jane say, I'm about wiping microphone libi. No I'm sure I'm microphone abeshim. I did we start here nay. If you ne, because the end of the year, ube who the best see what other institutions mu, and even the judiciary no mu. As some make catch obiara say, as so obiara da no so, especially side courts, the judiciary na NDC for say ya park no. If they don't take care, they will set them up and dismiss some of them. You have to be very careful. I'm telling you. They have to be very careful because boni bia on betimi afaso e de yi obi adi bia on be yi na di sanya keka koi e ba bedru ba bi kura wa hwe ya woda ofia woda mu ya be ka kiro se piefu dem be sen ko MPP ni na NDC ni ba be she woda NCA director of cyber security osafman for ba no won si ya yi na di na mate komo bia Sam George DCCC no as so be amfa ne CV emra no wo mo hwe se wo CV ne all the agencies align with the plans of what under the ministry or GOBS. What is this? Now sir Osafman ban up Osake no the position was not a political appointment. That is what we are director about. Of cyber security our NCA why adwuma for over 7 years and yet adia president kwa ese sa won so there okọ it say anoche no mu die ni bi. This is a guy where you about because say that be clear say MPP wa ban mu a na say obusuani MPP ni a ubenya bia ye na say NDC ba MPP for what dwuma mu ebetime yomadi nso enyi omadi. Now this is what is happening. And then the fee na ekono say yan so saa de we ya no a ochina MPP beba no na innocent souls am NDC for na obi de omo kwa target because of sa president ya Julius Debra asset. What you say? Enti as I said Ghana every 1 minute Ghanaian bia de na no to asem we no ka say no. Say nipa ni go through the right procedure and kwa dia nipa na se pam no. Ese se obia de nim dia na hoden lawyers e wo krom ha mom offer pro bono services ama sankofo yi na omunyiro machi na yanko testing mra na kanche ni say go back and do your work. Na unni sa akonya na mean say at the end of the day that is what happened because obia ni ho a owo sa we no say akonya ni say ono no di ope bia na say oye no ohwe wanima na wanim nya ne fa o se okofie ohwe wanima na wanim nya ne fa o se kofie because you MPP ni nti
Albert officer sanya ye kan say sade we etisi judicial system ni mu a there nsunsanso be na visi benya wo mai mu
last week we na me catch us say adia Ghana akaba ko wa ha e ma menum ye na etimi da sorry Net2 ka badwuma na ekofie ye nama ye feel comfortable pay judicial service say break it down say wom uti ufia na obi abawura ho the open no dey because uni ba bia dey ko emra nya dwuma ha and we shouldn't allow the politicians to penetrate into the judicial system. Say politician bia de na ni kire judiciary num na say opesom no mko a you have to fight those people with every energy in you to make sure say we preserve that institution. All the three arms of government no ba ko pe na yadwuma two na kan nya pro parliamentary executives I say
o see the pain say
na say
parliament
we say we see the pain obi otifie obi anim say the three arms of government no the executive the legislature and the judiciary no ba ko pe ana nidie wo hu sese ya
eno ne we
eno the judiciary when was the last time what say judge bi gina ba bi di obi atem da when was the last time Paul ko share judge bi say waso ni ya ba ko judge kon da
me hunu bi da
hwede so parliament
the bonk of minim
wey speaker of parliament ka say
won kofu ani
abamba bi akasa ka kire o mo say ade na honorable na dam so no kra no emfata mo he has told them point blank and at a point he even addressed them without using honorable. What you say? Enti say me ka say aka the only one arm of government standing na and then the judiciary as say nyina ya bo ho ban me who say obi read politics into the judiciary na me ma se me etimi ya me ya sa because I feel say e no pe and they hold this country abre akoto about December 7th ade chi January 7th ayekoso President Mahama in and after that akufo-addo was not the president. John Dramani Mahama was not the president. In the morning of the 7th January, no. Now, the only person we had was the Chief Justice. She had to even swear the Speaker of Parliament in before judiciary legislature started saying Juma. Answer, you could do Independence Square nana or the same president not the Speaker of Parliament was in charge.
And Sani Payukra normally can tagging already say or your MPP.
You see?
It means that omo kekaba omo prepare.
Enti na me say dismiss your master T. Say enkofo an sorry an kasentia ama omanfa niwo an withdraw sadie we no man for the right procedure ani obi esesi because me dem aka obi a ote adwuma bia mu Ghana ha we yan famra kwase na fire no e fa sa nipa no uri na bia me no ni problem. Some person minister bit na baby no fake appointment letter de ma obi as an officer we say nipa na dia me ni problem because untimi infa backdoor play
enya adwuma mpo and look at the officers as ankofo aye kon masemi kra no omo man no enya officer obetima fa backdoor ababisham eye officer you need to go through thorough processes and san wetimi qualify
and they say they are not going to employ anybody. Say they also employ somebody.
Not just say ye mpia we mu obi mu nko
na mu create space.
Na omo no ye Ghana fo chen wo ho say
Can you imagine? Ghana for omo any adwuma omo se efata ese so mo ye adwuma yama obia isi the Yampo say me who one letter be from Exim Bank. And nipa ye fano as far back as October 2024. Na yanko to abampo. And na ye yinedi. Effective immediately. Eso onko fie. Ye yinedi. Are these people part of Nkrofo Mpa Amoka say ye employ after December 7th?
Not.
Koko he Ghana water. E hope the air time. Ye yi Nkrofo nyina di. Nkrofo ye form before December. Ye yi omu nyina di.
Albert Nkrofo nso nsem a ye omo kan say eto da ya no omo wo baabi omo pese omo fa ho edidi. Enti so oba no ohwe nipa a wote wo no ohwe na so we no onye out and out ne political party member na opese ye hini free ho. Eno na ye foresight be na wunya se eye sa kwan no mpeso omo bo ana se ye nkofa baabi ndidi nti ye hwe se omo wo nyina no ye party ma.
Say ye civil service na nkasa no. Politics in him. Enu ntina ukọ the local government services a omo kire say you play active role in any political activity you cannot work there. And to say we are civil servants, we are in any of the ministries, you are not supposed to play an active role in politics. That is why our chief directors in Nkrofo, yes, they vote. If you are enough for me, who will be on more. What I say, even electoral commissioner, so to electoral commissioner or to but on your active politics,
on your exposed.
That's the point. And say, Obia or one civil service, more than Juma Biamuno, Ayobia or ye or the saying or to Naba, but on your politician. And you don't come and tag them with any political color. So that next time, no, betting me, I Juma diligently because you or the say, Minister of Rosa. Omne honorable Mwakwata ye adwuma. Omne you or the saying honorable Asensu ye adwuma. Nomne Kwame Agoja ye adwuma yi. Entu wet maga chiro me say because mune Mwakwata ye adwuma nti munko fiara. Nyina Ghana for enti se ye fa emra kwan so de fa obi adwuma mu a ye fa mra kwan so ene omunni. Na yenje just empam because yenya dream no ye dream say omo ye MPP for enti the side omo nkofie na yenso yemfa Nkrofo mechem. It doesn't work like that.
Sanya na wo kan say obi o ha yemfa ne say oye police ni oye soldier ni ana military wo de na kwa training no wa kire ne say dia ye tutu na wo yi say nipa ne dia amana ba betena fie no now enye tuo no na wo ba be fa bi abonten dia ye
enye tuo keke obi kura to bomb na mekan bomb kromu nim to. Watch one more entity to the highest level. What I say? A year who cross it, ube jaisa nipano back into the society so a civilian. The only difference between unknown police and in uniform and I won't say. So lay the hands on any sophisticated arm beyond obeying your fire. Some crofon one show you not chama koti militia for baby no more training or about be against the state. And in certain jurisdictions, Krano, say, oh, yeah, police near na say, military na or retire. O Krano, ye mount special treatment via yam jao keke emma fa even though war retirement, you know, and fasa unim dieno and the nam chrome. Ye wajua be a demand every year.
Yeah.
Until say, Obia wako training fresh recruits. Now wa pass it out. Na oba catch and says any panel because he appointing in December, Uncle Fia. Now, but I say, some training there, the money a car Ghana born, Hunyano, and Yakwana. Now, my son spending another money to train another set of people. Now, one guy said, are you not causing financial loss to the state? Nurses are on my course school. I'm going to allowance some more. I saw bondium. When is Ghana, how can I see training now? We are. You must sign a bond. Yes. What sign a bond? Any government no to me and to quite to me near Jumano. We have to work for certain number of years before. It is your bondioma. Ghana and Kasawa should be said your mom Jumaye. Now your mom Juma we now say yes sign back and forth. No. I mean, Charlie, meanwhile, you are the same person when you were living. You left about 2-3 streams of nurses. I don't goofy. I don't near Jumaye. And the system no more better honey for Juma. What's we already 5,000 nurses. 5,000 nurses. How? and ne ono akwa kotua ne rent akotena ye de bi go subjugu tatale ye de bi ko mikrombo nyire ye de bi ko agona ye de bi ko asi akwa ye bi ne number bi ofini kromu akọ rent dan
Albert me twawa no ma me mbra sesi last week based on Nkum ye di honorable Oseche Mensa Bonsu eka ho asem last week na asem wo kan ye ne se wo hwe kwan ya omampani enam so no a ba bia okeka ko no ye betimi kura impeach omampani esan se obu oman ne mra so the constitution anim ye form na we na ye guso a ye hwe kwan bia so ye behwe na afei yene yewura Oseche Mensa Bonsu etimi edi nkomo ewa ha ono former majority leader in Ghana's parliament ana afei wasanso former minister of parliament affairs anti ono
leader of government business
just say hard and kasamin dada ono no leading government business anti nkomo aye di no otiase ye papa yebehwe na kwambia so yene no etimi edi enkomo eho na afi yakwanim medical so aka kire se enne kwambia so yene opani ba ko a wono se ye kama nyosem a wabini mu pa anya asem keto akra nedini ene Agyapong na meno ekasa sese ono na woye UK branch MPP chairman party chairman eho na wono beka yensa ofidwe mu a in no time yene ne betena se na afei yene no ebedi nkomo mene no boot for boot ene offer for no mafasoro ye criss crossing sanka krakra kwambia so ba ko bedu so for na fu so ewa ha ene bi enti ye betena se na afei ye di nkomo maka tro se ubetimi edo text messages ahodo no enso so ede aba anaso se WhatsApp message nso so no they are all welcome ubetimi ede aba ko Facebook na Facebook ko YouTube Net2 TV GH hono kwa fa o comment no fafa ho na yenye justice to it ya be kan ni nyina ede amakama ama bibia akọ nanim ye kasa sese wutie yen wo oman 107.1 FM ana afei okwa santimante mu so ash 101.1 FM and afei NAP radio enso ye 90.1 eno ewo asinfo su ene ne mpatem ewo ho ana afei wo mu nyina ejigu afei se ye twa asuo fra ekwa manone enso so a mene ekasa sesei other radio stations enso so efa ewa manone a enya asem keto akra Amansan radio ewo UK a wono etugum ewo hon kakrakra obia etie sanso so ana sources radio enso so UK Tottenham emonten so ya wono nso so no ejwegum amu obia etie bi afei Kings Jersey radio eno nso so ewo New Jersey ewo USA na nso so no wato peti mu obia enye bi etie nti ho nyina atimi efa do messages no ede ba na yakenkan nyina enso ede amakama but in the meantime many Albert as many na yeguso Ghana nkomo yedi na yede ema wo Albert ensamo na yeguso ayeken say anes phobia wu yi omadi abetena fi eni ade do you think say it's about time say omampeni etimi consider bibi fi say obi ho a oye breadwinner in the family na sa wo de ne quite it means you are depriving the whole what na sinyina which is very bad
say o hwe ade na ekoso na me sure say President Mahama pa ye obi a owa badaye na owotima said de oma Ghana fo hu no say ono de ope Ghana fo asem na obey president for all no. This is the time as a show leadership. This is the time he has to be sensitive to the plight of these people. This is the time he has to call the chief of staff to withdraw that revocation letter now the bar out. No? Because affected the conscience of even the heads of the state institutions.
Psychological.
Yes. Your head of state institution when you say nipa asuma si ya fani. Wahwɛ nkrata mu kwan koji so de faare fa no. But chief of staff at the Sagunachi no born a no say because that person was employed after December 7, sack the person. One person who sabe shesa akrata na say asam ye say nipa na di no say nipa no ni mo jebe bi safi wo nchen. Wo head of institution no kra na wo obey chief of staff because one kasa kra no enam wonsa so what you say?
We are always compromising to political authority.
Firing squad. Na soja ni na ujina hwa na ututu na boni pa na kunu no. This is what is happening now. Because a lot of the heads of the state institutions have realized that and go for you madini na ya nkofo a ya farm e kwan trodo so a enye se omunam kuntura sibi no de bedi anaso omde be wura adwumanu nemom ya fa the right procedure aform adwumam ama common interviews oma pass ya mama appointment letters, some are serving their probations. O checking ni paya ye na di kra wo exim bank na kra de a ono no was serving probation pa awie. But ye na di na ka say go and see the HR and the finance department to take whatever is due you. Can you imagine?
Abet mami ntwa so na menko opono so emra na fe yenko hwe text messages ahodo a abe cancel ofia na yenkan ni nyina mfa ma as usual sabatel are ready ewo ho a tese ogina okroje sabi oba pa net say
nyame ado me ho ye na
bibi aboko de
nyame ado bibi aboko
ye da nyame ase
Kencity Media je so to bi mami
lawyer Dawroma obecha ma obi abenya bi
mate
eti ma ye na messages kakra ba no ye ni hu nkomo ne enko ye nim.
Okay, YouTube messages kakra yan saka. Good afternoon, God bless you. Ken no votes. I'm in Italy. Francis Dakwa or no the other by Isa Adams. Good afternoon, Mr. Nkum. Keep up the good work. Sinu PEIN Kaninina Honorable Ken Beba 2028 from Germany. Gideon Kweku Ekon. Sinu PEIN is my best program. Keep up. Imano Nyako, the best afternoon show in Ghana. You are doing a great job. Keep it up, Mr. Nkum. Bodybuilders for Ken TV, the best station so far. Sabina Akon, hey, I can see some members of NPP are in shock in Kumasi. Ken all the way in 2028. Samson Teria, they deserve because they said they want NDC. That is why they vote them. So you should talk about them and think about them at all. And also so they are or they buy no. Stephen Akufu, no Ken, no vote. We love you, Ken. Winnie Agyapong. Good afternoon, my children. We thank God for another week. Hope your weekend was peaceful. Keep up the good work. Sinu PEIN. Kencity, no size. Shaping the nation beyond the limits. Watching from London. Winnie Agyapong there or the buy no. Michael Ban, more fire. Watching from Qatar. Nicholas Hagan. Good afternoon, Mr. Nkum. PEIN, Sinu PEIN. Only Ken will save the nation, and I like Ken, his life and achievement for Ghana. Let us support this man to become the president of Ghana. Winnie Agyapong, Albert, more fire. I love your boldness. What you are saying is true. Mahama is not a truthful man. To Ghanaians, has short memories. The lawlessness that is going on is very sad. NDC don't respect the law. Messages kakra aba ewo YouTube na media aba no. Okay,
enti ma menko Facebook na fe messages ahodo a every ho aba nso so memfa ma ewa ha. We ye Kwanyan Stitches ono ne die ni o say bad sound please. Hey, we dey asemo. Check okay. You be check it. Thomas also edie Thomas Edison or say Thomas Annan Edison Capito, I am watching you live from Konongo, Asante Achem Central. Sinu PEIN, no size. Ono so nedie enono eti ono ednedie aba betoso ewaha. Also odie no eba as usual said ye tie na be justice to it ne akan enso so ede amalkama. Francis Amo enso die ne o say Ken 2028 wono ede aba be 30 times. Ya just odi abegum ewa ha saa enti senia etie eno no enti wo betimi de wodi enso so de afa eye WhatsApp enso so aba eno nso ye bekan e de ama WhatsApp number no 0240 550899 na fe also do de no afa ho de aba na yakan e de ama kama sabatel se wanya WhatsApp messages ni bi e ho a okay ma ye ntwa ye ho ne enko ne mbra so eti ye ba obeba back na fe wode ehon so de no aba bekan ye ho why eti bo modern trans wo besan ba biem na fe wode aba bekan ho ama yen enti sinopei ye kan so de a ete eno ana eguso a ye de ema wo no mene Albert ye guso esinkonwa so a Ghana nkomo no ye di ne pepepe na fe ye de ama wo eti Albert sanya na o kan no se wo hwe enipa ho obi kura ho no a oye head of institution now ya sake sa nipa no so won kofie adwen a wodi kofie obi kura ha wakọ ya briefing no wo hwe information a wanya ode ewo ho ene ade na ye ma sankofo nyina kofie no nsunsuanso ben na wo hwe ne sesei
wo se nsunsuanso a me hwe ne se one se wo hwe nkrofo ya form adwuma mu a ye de o ma fantitie mu na one the cost of even the training. If you sack that person and employ another person and train that person again, what causes financial loss to the state? Financial loss to the state. Because say you so buying sika and the training crop for start the form adwuma. Now see that the para training in Kofia. Now say for fresh person, I start training the BM with the taxpayers' money. Now one can say what causes financial loss to Ghana. Because Ghana is kind of their training said the part of what Ghana Mandi a continent fee akoro. Imagine say Obia or your nurse ni. Apart from the hospital, on Timinya Jumo baby. Call of training now akojeno. And one adia onima obetim the akoye. Police niya udi G12 and I say AK-47 at training no. Now Ghana so omefie no. And nese nyame one na say gang give me one important ho. Na so omu kra no. Who said the commander of that gang. Now was said ya but one kasa also Agyapong Usikana one kasa was nam kwamboni so we Ghana hono. What you say? And these are people as I say sensitive to training at the amono. Ni nja mumpo ma society no keke. What you say? Because obia your training with so sophisticated ammunitions we no. Who jam so metina fi no nkwa den. Omeye driver's mate. Ana onko chirade. Ana onko ti militia bi, ana onko ti private security. Na wasa say another people do ma kwa Chiasi forest. That do ma ko jungle, akomo another training. Why are you doing this to ourselves? You see, President Mahama, with all due respect, call the chief of staff to order and withdraw this letter now the ababon na set up committees in the various institutions say obi wo institution bim na say yamfa kwan papa so ne fa ne dia me tawachi yenyi sani panedi but not the people go through the right procedure.
Ono the oka committee the obe set committee say
oh that be say
ono akura timi suma so monko ya de wo wi anu asi a chia set committee
yamfa organization be say NCA we appointing new Director General NCA. The Director General can call for the files of and go for a file. Time be nipa way oba interview. Time be na you declare vacancy na you file nipa no. O hwe na se wa go through amema nyina mu a.
Ma menko na membra sesia. Sanya ye di kan e kan ye no se enkomo a ye die revocation of recruitment no ade a ha adwen ye papa na last week ena penny ba ko a wono ye kama nyosem e wo Ghana ha wabim wodim ntintimban from all ranks wabim pa penny a ye ka no ho asemi enche ye kra na wono ano ye emrahye bedwani de mo manfo a ewo soame wono anso so ena ye government business no lead parliament wasan so no ye minister for parliamentary affairs atese enyasem keto akra no wasan so majority leader e Ghana's parliament yewra oseche bonsu oseche mensa bonsu e wa anwane so opani se wotemenka awie yamwa ha ade basini pen so opani bibia gbakode
yamia dom kakakra
yeda nyame ase enkomo aye di e wo fidue mu ha awie enkomo a wo akra do wo do ano atomu dada somewhere last week say Yewura John Dramani Mahama ene na ban we kwan ya wo nam so revocation of recruitment said ya ye kan kofo ekogu fie no a wo kan bibi se wanhwe yi a oman no ye betimi agina oman no mra so na afa ekura no ye impeach no saa nkomo ya wodi yi na ye hwe se ehin na wo gina sen na wo kirem e de akire Ghana fo nyina sini PEIN ma yen wadama
yo me joso na me chiawati fo nyina sani awakaye no se last week no a osha ase na meka ase ye hwe ne meyi na ne oye no emfamra kwan so omen ye mrapon ye constitution no ekire yense obi a be fa no public service mu bia no president na yi na ohwe ye constitution as ye mrapon no ewo article 195 article 195 clause 1 no ene kasa say na odaroma so obema mekwan ka menkan ho na obi a wotie yen bia no enti asem na ye kana se
yewura ekwanda ho obetima sini PEIN
yes article 195 no clause 1 no say subject to the provisions of this constitution the power to our appoint persons to hold or act in an office in the public service shall vest in the president, acting in accordance with the advice of the governing council of the service concerned, giving in accordance with the Public Services Commission. Nti yemem public service no nyina no mu no obi a ye fa no mu bia no aye president ene ma ye fa no the public service no enso so no aye okire ekuaku a ewo public service that is in article 190 nti public service no aye civil service nyina omo ye adwuma wo ministries and departments and agencies no judicial service, audit service, education service, prison service, parliamentary service, the health services, statistical service, national service, customs, excise, and preventive service, and Ghana Revenue Authority, internal revenue service, the police service, the immigration service, the legal services, public corporations, other than those set up as conventional ventures, public services established by the Constitution, and such other public services as Parliament may by law establish. It is of here, Article 190 Clause 1 now, one listed public services. What's one way for more say, Munina, no? A year, Mampeni the fa, womo, or said minimum. That is in accord with Article 195.1. Now, over 195 Clause 2 no so. Was the president need me pony him constitution the amanono? Utimi pone who be my governing councils of the various services, some year recruitment. And now I said, governing council be a committee or mobile soon for you to decide man showmansa. And now any public officer be answer president me a man said to me and say on your recruitment on behalf of the president. Now say Sadiano and I take it place there. Now be some who say enyina yebe na enyina so be na NDC for another president Mahama o se o kase omo a yafa wo ne mo nkufie na saa discussions yi no e sha se wo saa mra ne transition yi no presidential transition act ne ye adwuma after election no na afanu mi no nyina na se presidential transition act ne kase ye to abani bia December 7th te ne be ya handover no be smooth na se bio uchi kuchiri bia mamu nti no yenti saa committee no yeti saa committee na ye hwehwemu no na ye hunu se aban na ide aban no be hye ne nsa no no be hunu bia ekoso bia mu no saa mre no na mkofa saa asem no bai se obia recruitment bia ekoso after December 7th no enka wono aban na tiso no enyai se bisa se adenti na omunyai omuso on moral grounds committee no say no can say on moral grounds inti ma me kra me can be so moral grounds ni dey hene ye to abama president say only in fear 9 where article 66 of the constitution no article 66 clause 1 of the constitution no it can be the president, ye to abamano. Emra uni or say a person elected as president shall, subject to clause 3 of this article, hold office for a term of 4 years, beginning from the date on which he is sworn in as president. Ye to abamano so a president. Or say, udi mfie nai. Ye do see a benyo so. Brunya bosumi nechi bosumi edikan 7 January no yedu si abenwa no so nti wombre mfie na no kusi 6 January midnight anajudum yinu na o time na so nti sa brem medie bia obeye anamon bia betuo as president no obi antimi en question sa de no sa ne constitution no eka na on say okay, Article 66, Clause 1 now, or say, subject to Clause 3 of this article. Clause 3 no, of this article, no, of Article 66, no, and you say when the president's office becomes vacant. And say 2 Abama or December 7th. The remaining 1 month now, the office of the president, no, any vacant. Vacancy, no, was say a vacancy occurs. Article 66 Clause 3, no, I said the office of the president shall become vacant on the expiration of the period specified in Clause 1 of this article. Or say 6 January, midnight, name my year, you are still there. And this or as the vacancy be my dear, 6 January, midnight, when the vacancy no ba. Now say you 2 Abama or December 7th, no, yes, son, by no pa, president or Tisono. Oh no, the time on so there's no vacancy. Okay, 66 Clause 3 B no so. See, if the incumbent president dies, say president notice one so who there, there's a vacancy. Now so resign from officer, there's a vacancy. And now say you remove president no by force, you remove if you so to say be impeachment against him. So there's a vacancy. But 7th January, there's no vacancy. So it is if there's no vacancy, there, where is the president's order coming from? The vacancy be anybody there, and then the president need 2 million or the or the yes age man anything. Only say to me say or the bay sadino. Now, minia make any crowns so no. Now make say sadino crowns where a no. My recruit to 7th December, and I say zero and put your matra at the court November and September. Mina. Me and to Abano Kramodi Akisiho. Now, transition action fast as the buy. The then Minister of Interior, the Honorable Henry Courty, I can say, as some more Canadian, no did say, you don't know how far I didn't hear. Because the Minister of Interior are police service war, fire service war, prison service war. No much as I say, or more Fenipa. And no children can say, Sani Pafano a Kosovo Hono. A year, a bisha say April 2024. And almost started the processes of recruitment. A bisha say May. And no more ye advertising for your application, or the buy, or motion or more medical exams. Or movie, you know, and more physical training of Sankrofono. No more physical training, no, including the handling of ammunition. So much so much to or my yes, animal we and a fee, or maybe you more as soon as well. Or more ye fitting, or qualify no mere fitting. The latest Emma or Masha say for woman. And she said, okay, say 7 January will be 7 December will be in Yaya. Simple saying, Kawu to me no. No, Casse, process no crash as Yache. And Yenra, you see a trouble in the years of Pankofwegum. Sanity, and now no poor Chirasi. To Enti Minia, Sanya Makano. The media ni aban horse way, sir. Now, the I didn't so crown so no. Bruni Beka say they are precedents. They are precedents. Yatuaba Emma, President December 7th, 2016. Emma President Mahama, na ofi abenwa so no. No that's so your president. Enti Samre no ofa ono so fa nipa bebregu public service no. including ene ubia oko retirement oko fano so one no eyi adwuma Mr. Domlovo.
Okay.
Domlovo no the letter of appointment no na dated 19th December 2016. Ni atoba na bi. 19th December. And I catch and say appointment now day man no fail path by the 28th of December omanenteninka. Then the Domlovo no kilo krata the command say Agyapong was accepted. And he wrote to him on the 27th of December, say, Agyapong. And I'll be the Auditor General. NCC, the boss there. And also 19th December. You know, me, Nkum. Or your recruitments be bringing. Emma, a bayana or bayan. Wanyi Sankofono Eddie. They continued. Meaning, apart from recruitment, now, say, make us a bayan or make us a two abani media. On moral grounds, and this is yes or no. A DAB SC Crampa, a mudrunu, a change just recruiting people into public service. And he's saying on the 18th of December 1996, there's a Rollins Zebra. Na Yura, John Mahama no can, Samre no can, I buy no home. 18th of December 1996, near Twabe, we know. Rollins had the Speaker of Parliament at the time, Jasanan, to summon Parliament, you know, constitutional amendments. Oh, say, na asana ebe twaban. Na Vice President, na Constitution in mano, the brebi, you say Armed Forces Council, onye chairperson. Police Council, onye chairperson. Prisons Council, onye chairperson. Fire Service, onye chairperson. Sabrene to abani in the Rollins ma Parliament ne kwese samre ni nyina. And one ordin in such as say abaye mra wo mayimu. It was after the election in 1996. Had Rollins ceased to be the president because he had to a baby? No. Indeed, all these things have happened. So anything I make us say, near Yen Papa no Ayeno, and Famra Council. Now, and I'm say, and Crofona be a public servant, yet a president at Afawomo, a Gumunes or be a public servant, there. Any public servants, no. The moment you become a public servant, no. Article 191 then kicks in. Article 191, no, say, a member of the public service shall not be relevant in a kind be. Or they shall not be dismissed or removed from office or reduced in rank or otherwise punished without a just cause. They say, public say, obi is public servant, obey in a dear female. Once the person is a public servant, obey in a dear female. Kissing if I call why ye boni be, why be tiamra. I'm over here crying. I hear who say, I didn't know why you know, why ye. Because public service no more clients will be tiamra now be from ra. More client mushimu. Then the person's appointment can be terminated. Yes, President Rollins or President Mahama. Why yes, sir. Now so and then we are who Edu Siswo no as president for our constitution, what the Bible no is ye can tam essay. What the Omambra ebe yejuma. Yes, ya just one for Mamra na yejuma. Now also the Omambra no ebe yejuma. And now can tam tre or my Ghana for you say one fa and Mamra no yejuma. There you submit yourself to any anything, any disciplinary action. As you can be a demand but that is what he did under the presidential oath. The presidential oath no can say so who can senior or say I John Dramani Mahama, having been elected to the high office of the President of the Republic, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana, that I shall at all times preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, and that I dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana, and do right to all manner of persons. Ose umfa ubia fa hudie ubia tumia Constitution de man also ye man or my bano umfa ntwitwi form. Ose sa na be na so and I also course say I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. And tamwa oni omanfo etinta me now the Bible cho konkron isai no sasa na ka kire Ghana fo nia wa ye yi die e kire se wanfa mra na anya adwuma na so wanfa mra na anya adwuma die nkwan na oman ne fa so a eyi ho no die article 69 ena eka ho asem article 69 no
leader ai sani wa kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛmu amaye no me feel sɛ entiase no ayɛ adwuma na wada romanka yɛde wo besia na mom yɛsrɛw sɛ ɛda wada ma obedu nkran bia no nanka wabɛsrɛ wɔ studio na afei yɛtimi enya extended conversation because sani awode yɛn ekomu no Ghana for ani gye ho pa
medase babedu yɛ nkran ndo anadwo na media mekodi ni kumase no abome intimia me sorry kura me pia bontin na me se me jima ho me kakra ye hwede nyame beye si obi ni ma kire mu asem ye hwede nyame beye
ya da se
ma me ka bibi kakra bi da conclude ho
okay
dem ni conclude ni say article 69 clause 3 ni ka kire yen say say mampani fum rasa e de na yenye o de saa dwumedie no akɔhye yi efene say Parliament in say mampani yes there article 69 clause 13 no then kicks in clause 13 no yes say Parliament ebeji signatures no initiating impeachment proceedings against the president. Of course minim say no senior isi ho no some impeachment proceedings it cannot hold adentia because the other party no omuni mampani party ni muno 1/3 ne kura omunu constitution say gathering the signatures also we at least 1/3 of the signatures in parliament opposition for no and as MP for no omunu 1/3 until they can gather sufficient signatures to start impeachment proceedings against the president. So bibi say any ho dia ade ni besi say bibi say any ho dia the only other recourse say nipa no we are affected, no. I may come home, no, there's a court. I could test the case in a court. Now, me pay testing the case in court. Now, constitution is clear, senior making in so we go court. Let's say court, no, say, oh, mampani, one year, and also, every year. Send one bokwana to. Say, and this is so, I want to we are there, or be free so.
Okay.
So, yes, I dear, like I say, no. The politics is a public service no. The almost a fin ye ko obi obe fa na adwuma bia ma abata for ba onye omu nyina di. Esa na wo kire. Ba se ne America no. Ye ofufu a ye no ho nkwan.
Sa
ye nyai ma court no 19 ya court no beka.
Ye da se bebre leader se wo bre ne wada agire wo de ama ye na yenim se de etie bia no ye benya awo studio na afei yetimi enya extended version of such a conversation na yetimi akọ yenim leader nyame nhyira obebre yene honorable ose che mensa bonsu na yene no edi enkomo Albert ma ye momodi ana afei ma me nkokuma ase na membra sanse okwa asante mantemu a ehon soso no ebeto odwa se council of state elections no entokwa kakra bi baaye entiema omubotugui enne omubo modin se eno so no womo eye hu adwuma na me no kasa sese no koso enti yehwe se kwan bia so se yensa etimi kan na msini wo a ehon so no ebetimi ade report ehwe ne a efiro eba na yesan so nyane ntie se time a honorable Kennedy Agyapong edu asante mantemu no senya no manfo bi kase oye na dwene se okọ ba bia wo moto ɛyɛ council of state aba no akɔ yɛ yi ma ɔmo ampene no ama na nkɔ ɛyɛ ya ɛnyɛ nokre ɔmo ama ne kwan sɛ on ma ne nkɔ hɔ ɔmo ampene no ɛna sei ne sei ne nyinaa no ɛnyɛ nokre sɛ ɛyɛ saa ɛna ɛbaa no enti yɛ mmɔmmɔden anaafei yɛnkɔ asantemantam mu okay sɛ yɛnyɛ anam sini ɛwɔ hɔ a wɔmfa nea ɛfiri hɔ nso so ɛba ɛmfa ɛmmerɛ yɛn ɛwɔ hɔ menua wote me nka a yɛmɔ ha biribi abɔkɔɔ deɛ wei deɛ in 1 minute deɛ na ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ asante mantam mu my update ɛwɔ hɔ honorable Kennedy Agyapong aba abɛduru hɔ ɛna afei council of state ɛnso so ɔmo elections no ɛkɔ so ɛnɛ in 1 minute bɔ mmɔden anama yɛ update na afei yɛntoa so nkwa anim.
Because we with two phones in there. And I started with a higher boko and of honorable Ebedu Kumase. Now, share the silver, a dream form of division and then the Kitwa. Your fan if you for no you or far Pepper Assembly Hall, not Wachacha MPs. No. Sabra Minoka say, you call and Papa Minaba, and Papa Menina will win a year. Any two president of Kumase. Into Oba or Hine Yellow. Into Africa and Namquasoy. Into that is what is happening in the region now.
Meno Ekasa say, Oko Asase radio for website allegedly, and I beckon say Senia Edahono, Omdi Atua say Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, say Oko baby our motor council of state Abano, na Oko yeno, Wamo and Mano crying, Emanem Murahubi, and no, one and I'm no crab any.
As I said, 4 years, I video more. You know, these are the things that radio stations and so me careful. When we went there, or church, and he was happy about the security arrangement over there. He control formal education minister, Honorable Edichu. Don't need now to be in Koma. And I appear stadium. Yes, Honorable Badi, and Honorable Branaba, Metro Abanama, me free education, Metro Abanama. And any security for you, not security for one show, or messing no show, or be you know, no prefer arrangement. Okay. So he didn't even make the attempt to go there. So I'm surprised a radio station like us, I say, will make a story like that. It is never true. I was with him, I picked him from the airport. There was nothing like me come near Mauma. Security for you who come up with Jan West here. Why only more about Ghana Fortress? Or maybe Jan West here, no, we did come on, or we go on mobile by. We didn't spend about 5 minutes crowd. And see, as I say for Casa, me do over
and see, Minia, when Ubetimi asked in the pain, sir, near Woma Church on ya and Contumpo and Tronenada.
Contumpo Cassia. Contumpo Acasia Caho. A Contumpo Cassia, papa. It is false. Papa false.
Now, say, honorable, a hen one nam na or Connie saying. In some few seconds, Nyanko.
Said the American, no, or by purposely say, Oba, and Papa men number 1 a year. Into a year, nothing as a CIA cause this year, and yet a year into no free crab, but you know, as a party man, as a statesman, BV Kosovo, region news, CSO for February. A Kosovo, and he was even praising the security men, so the security arrangement is nice, or Mark of holding our nominee their dinner, or no Moody, or that is it. And he says, purposely, the Oba near unity, Yanam Kwaso, I echo a year.
Mate,
Yadasi, for story in India, a young truck as a pie.
Yadasi, sir, was in the pain a day, Amaya, Nyaninu Dim Komoy, Yao Brefo Agyman, Yao Brefo Agyman, one a member of the NPP. One no Anna, wetimi asini pain, the Amaya, and say, Yen Mas Asa for Jumana Yen. No crab back where woman say, as I say, do any to form. And ma sabi upon Chebaco and Cordonchum and from the Sam Poncha Yakina. Monquama mundin sem hunu sabi, mo ye bibia munyan ye, Mamun corner mon cocky some fubia, mo troa mummia money, near Dahono and Unamun can wasem. Near anyone, Mamun Cotronco can wasem, and yes, and concoma, a man for Macassa Yens and Trophy and Sabian, ye didn't try and cannot cry any papa. Wabra ye mu binum sabe ye die huni ne aye hunu ye nkotwa nkontompo nkoka sa ne ma we nyina no sabe emwayen munjai sa abet ma yen sorry ne yenko
enti em se said oni enuane kasa ye no em se de umbia or their mind na yɛbɛka sɛ last week we had expectations nka abano bɛkɔ bɔkɔ ana ntumi ankɔ but now I think say so far so good yɛnyante mpopoe bi ahɔ na ahwɛ deɛ ɛhwɛ nso am sɛ security very tight pa ɔhɔ nti yɛhwɛ na ɔmɔbɔ homɔden na ɔmo nto na sumdwem na ɔmo kan na whoever is representing Ashanti region no ɔmo represent now before me sorry no ɛm sɛ leader aka nsɛm ni nyinaa nti nyina yɛhu Bruno can be say a word to a wise is enough. Asema leader aka no say ye mampani John Dramani Mahama obetie na the chief of staff nso betie a omomfa Ghana mrana e ma ne kwan ma ne betina Ghana benwa ne so no or no agasa so say he would defend and protect the constitution of Ghana no on defend it na on protect it na emom say one or against it so there he will suffer the penalty for it. Enti on fa mrana e de be di man pani no on fa sa Ghana mrana enye adwuma no ne Ghana for so eni ne ye. Yeah.
All right. Enti menua Albert asmani ena meneno Ghana nkomo ya betwa ne kama na me si ne PEIN man ka cha Albert se be wiase na ye wo no untimi entna wona nkwa wonya ne awopɛ sabi ye nyina ne yesi ne PEIN na me ne wuti akonwa so ne ye de bibia hya wonsa ne yayi mitotwene sa de abete se me ka no kra kyerɛw
Mr. Nkum unze
wabo afa me ho
weekend yi
wafa machi
weekend yi no na emodwuma dɔso it sometimes they say do bia na o bo ho hye nti me agasa production hwe no mo se me ya dɔ kakra
nti eso mo kinya
omo mame coffee kakra
ɛho hia
naja me so
ɛho hia enti Albert asmani eno no ana mene no Ghana nkomo ya ye justice edi ama no na abusua mame nka samba konfantro hwe de bia ya na me ka se dom ani sanyo so ntakrache obi abetimi ahyeche bia de aba besen opa obetwe no de ato bonkum opa obetwe ato nifa opa wo de betu nachi ba bia wo pa bia obi kura betimi de che no ahye ne kotodwe ye nka hwe enkyere no nanso so nia wo no ehye ntakrache eduru ho a obi abegya bibia wo ye bia no ahwe no na se nipa na ya no wo mo ewo wiase no enipa dodo nanso so etan wo mu honorable kwa Asante Mantemu ya Jennifer kwan so sani ayenua Agyapong ene yen kan yen ose oduru ho no apia stadium ene ka so honorable wabade abra na nyame ye wadom na wo ba me free eye MP NDC amanyoko num na san be di MPP amanyoko na chi na wo honorable Kennedy Agyapong meto aba ma wo asem ayenua apia stadium e ka yeni eti honorable du ho no anu woni former education minister ko gina no mu di nkomo afei die na koba ya sabe mu nenam na mo chọchọ nsemfo ene se honorable Kennedy Agyapong adu Asante Mantemu a yenka bibi mfangu nanimu ase yen chọchọ ne ma bi asabe nyansa nim ene ade a enya de a ni nyina no etwa yie so ti ase o ti ase enya fine eti yenja sa ne ma na ye no asase fo mesremo next time mo kwasa bia mu amene mo be ye no rough kra efi na kwa no mesremo mu ni nsem hunu yenua Shaibu Lasis ewa ahoma so ma yenko na afei yene Shaibu eni nkomo Lasis na tsan
me ho ye menua na so
Nyankopon adome so me ho ye ne pass ni PEIN ma me
menua ma ho ayi publication bi ewa asase FM online eye bogus ehunhia e wo se ye maso ne de to dustbin mu eni kwan se ye so kra na ma frɛ omo report na wa Asante Mantemu ma frɛ na wonfa na menua obia na no obia nim so honorable Ken ba Asante regional but honorable Ken flight see ye hu ba bia ema efri ba ya omode omontoma esesa form say honorable Ken tiaso with party paraphernalia MPP party paraphernalia honorable Ken say dabi MPP amanyoku ade de ena omontoma nya ade a obetiaso ena omo started say omo chanting no Ken no vote no Ken no vote ena ye di papa chia papa kwatena ne kam but the arrangement was say honorable Ken so bidu Asante Mantemu who said the education minister former education minister honorable ya aduchum ewo Asante Mantemu nti na o say okono kokko chia no enti ye call Jackson ana member assembly hall ba bi omoto aba no enti ye kodu na honorable Ken one former education minister edin komo ana o kan get on minister ala me share o document to be ewo one of the news portal we ya there pa no only di nkomo an education minister yes say ono no ewura insight na honorable makwa honorable so that be ono won ko insight mum obeja ne kwan enti men na me di honorable ken ne nsa nifa so ayeko nti edi wo na that Santa Regional Police Public Relation Officer agent gate na o se shaibu o boss obekota me obewura ho bia na mbusa no honorable so that be o wura no oba beja the education minister kwan enti oba beja ne kwan awia nya de obewura ho ane dan ho and for me to see say as FM4 yes and honorable Ken was being denied entry to the place and you know correct you could do on na appear said mo inside no kwaka honorable Ken na o ja bonto de bra beje mo party ni na ya no ma say party no was it John Mama I can't just one term so honorable Ken be the leader of MPP obejai NDC no about MPP because on we MPP na assemble him bi na ma de wo de ekọ
enti lasis nia ye de ne krakra no obetima sinipen a kire me se nia ya no mfo atrocho asasefo atrocho agu no eyenwura nyesa
eyenwura ni kwata ni pastor so I don't know what they seek to achieve mo ye sa ne ma no
medase bebre lasis ye bedi nkomo wa akire ho
meso medase menia
enti yenua baako shaibu lasis wono eye Kencity reporter ewa Sante Mantemu wasan eye adwuma ewo Ash 101.1 FM wono ane yene no edi nkomo kama ebra so se yene yewura eye Kencity Agyapong medical culture se ono se wokọ eye UK branch MPP ono anwo ye party ni titreni chairman ewo eye UK mine emu na enne waba ka yensa ewa ha yene no eba bedi nkomo na afei ya dwendweno man no ho akọ yenim ema bibia aye kama chairman enne ne da edikan ya mene wo ahia bibia bokode
onyametiase
akọ abanso so
mene da se bebre
na wo African print so de otimu se wo mo ehye da no mo dwudwa wo pa
se na se yen ba na mama ya abese
sanity
then you always look very sharp now to because oh a parliament house will you you look very smart but it's good to promote yes African print anytime be am baby I try my best say Michelle Santa de na more if you say as I see a patronize
wodi mu no enti wo da wodi mu adi eno ano no na ai asase radio for mesremo ye be share discussions ase mesremo ansa na ye be start kra no me ma mu 1 minute as I say mu yi sa bogus ai na mo de ato mu website no news na da mu yin free ho mu nya professionals mu yin free ho se si ana bibia ni ho a ewo mu yin free ho na munja asa ne mu gu sentrofo nyina ni mu ase Ghana media na ase ye de ye nka nokre nya ye kan nyina no sebe ene namba bi ene ade no mu yenja asa ne ma no na emwa yen oti ase mu yin free ho se mu anya free ho a ene mo betemenka chairman mame nsambra ho biom na afa ye nto ye nkomo so na ye nko ye ne mu a chairman u free UK I mean being an MPP chairperson ewo UK maimo no say na ya na etie ewo ho ede ana ya emu hyehye ana emu tisɛn
ai de edi kan ma me unuanu ma ehwe o o ma fa ne live sources radio
yes
any
Jersey TV and so New York on so
Abawa radio
Abawa oh omu nyina kan
Naspa radio
wow
and then also Amansan FM and the omu nyina so omu chia o messages ni dey na e flow me phone so sa and UK ye I mean chia empenifo am na omu ye adwuma nyina no kro nyame anim ne abato a betu ye boy homodin papa juma ya ba still am enkoye because niema bin kakra bia me hwe no ha kakra agimi aka akiri kakra nyame ya aduma nche mesa kono makoto omo ye wie ya general meeting ID kan ye no Zoom.
Okay,
it was very successful. We gave a platform for people to say ombetimi akasa or abaye koto ye niema omo experience and not really to do with ABR negative say and cope negative na me bu fuwe na hwan ne ade but what was the reality on the ground and in fact yeah very very good meeting. I have also put a replica as a committee, election review committee, no. Send a UK so you bet me a membership on do dona or more almost do party, no. Now bet me so dear almost so near my almost say Nkum and a diner going forward every year. And also so we have put a team together. I had the actual general meeting I'm on my started Juma. I mean I do more meetings mean that as you see now they've even created a very good format of Google UBI template for people to submit all their grievances and recommendations as well, which is very, very important. The work is going on. Mamemo sa committee no so abaso.
All right.
If we are then here the bebre national na almost so the omoye na the aka ho ye de yes yet me opportunity together.
My idea pa not long ago in 2024 elections no year 2 year. But looking at Inchodia Mudi, you know, yenim MWA UK based, mode Eboa party, no. After nya mube nya mube timia yenya de nyina na mo hwe resource a party no enya ya atmosphere ne tesai wonko for mabamu obu anase etesai
obia ni ho a obetimi akase na bamu mu ye. As a matter of fact, nipa enemy kasa many of them has even tune themselves off almost radio and TV
because of
for some time. And it tells you the reason ebinum, and especially even those who are in Ghana now even Ghana for krana yenyina do na eto abana otumu se affecting nipa ebinum yare. I even had a report say there was this information, even especially some of the regions, heart attack, election, and Debia Mikase, idea a nipa credit, and a decision making of life and death, because Oku you be a Sebio or be making decision, say decision, you know, Ebeko could do for the next 4 years. It's something that is quite difficult to be taken in.
Amumuhuni said Nipana were taking over as president and on the decisions a bit dianya.
As a matter of fact, the evidence is very clear. We've seen it before.
Diana who pay mammy.
The Amimahu and they say so share na di chika crack bar. There's a clear record that says NDC Euro Muhammad Dianimu. MPP handed over their mom 2008. 2009. Now, GDP growth was hovering around 8.5%. Euro at Ameris Pajemu had 14% for the first time in 2010-11. And then after that, which was 2012, Euro at Ameris Kababi, Yamin Fani currency, Euro Mahama, it taking over from there. And then we saw the decline of that particular GDP growth na year revenue generation for our country.
Said before say move free so at that time no mon hye bia mo ye no ene bia e ma enyina yenti no mobile o motesa o machisa
what happened na utie every say enyina yi ampa dia then Kayura Atamils intimi fan could do 14% from 2009 and this is shy na nya and Kayura Atamils as a decline
a bit ma ba say ne ye ba sustainability
it was sustainability within 2-3 years. If you look at that gap now, 2 years gap. What kind of system would you go in place? As I said to me, a core beyond that particular part. And the Juma Euro Atamils and Euro Mahama being the vice president at the time, a year, and none of the papa. So great foundation was laid. So then, coming down after Euro Atamils, and then it necessary a GDP growth of at least 14% average. Now it may decline all the way from 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. You take over now, it's about 3.4%. And then you see at rent and bend you see if you are saying you know pa and it happen now a blue coronavirus so 14% GDP growth, it may reduce you to that part. Now you dead is move for almost 4 years
So
or
who
5
is
years.
a Mahama
And so
body
it was
one
purely mismanagement
by Mahama.
by Mahama and his government at the time. Okay, so if you look at Niema Ghana for firm yan by na GDP growth no akko down plus say akko IMF why did we go to IMF? Reason was that we are going to get policy credibility. What I say, policy credibility, policy cry but policy says it me how to sit down and calculate and think really well. How about me anya and share papa no on grano money.
No, but say you will be to say I mean obi o obey bibia otimi eco consultant or ekusha consultant for consultancy and all that. Say e basa na che say womo enyade or consultation.
It is clear that he took it from halfway of Eurata Mills. Or more than halfway from Eurata Mills. What I say. So if you have managed the country as a caretaker president, now the yako twaba, now was a winnie, now a twaso, and the aqua drew that particular part now. And then be as I say, utimi a day soboko bobi. A one casan wa creating that mismanagement now wow so far for wow decision making and what I say. And so the point I'm trying to draw attention to is say MPP buying with all the challenges in which they are talking about, we managed to put the GDP growth 2017, 18 and 19 3 consecutive years. They call average 7%. And it shows a young MPP for no. When it comes to managing economy, we are much better.
On the other side, NDC for no so be catch am say ebia 2017 na mobile no. Mobile na because omako IMF. Now omako akonya I mean policy credibility proper one e dey aba. Wo hwe niam mo dey agu akwan mu ne ade. Nti mobile 2017 no quickly na munya ho results no. And a free or air corner, a fair kika corner na afi mona mu bugumi.
That can never be true because if say COVID ama the systematic growth when we were going, even the Western world nangaza, IMF, World Bank, the whole world was praising Ghana. Say Ghana was not even among the fastest, but Ghana as a country was the fastest growing economy in the world.
And was that the reality?
It was a reality. Consecutive 3 years. That is how Ghana's growth now. You grow economy fast in the world. It does not mean that Ghana sikani or default. But they know serious. I want to say me bob rapa. Na matimi ase adensi she papa ba ama friends suffering na ya oni o ha oni amane a menkrofo ekomu no matimi a create the right path a betimi a create enwuma no ne ade ama nipa abrabom ahare wo. And then 2019 aye kokodi bronya 2020 as it 2020 yeah 2020 aye kokodi bronya and COVID started within that time within the Christmas time from China. And so from March was when lockdown no kicking in started from the world afraid. Now you see the sad part in say Ghana for no lucky because unse the biamikasi ya sumu yede kakra eti nsemo aye kan wo mu radio so ni ade ni intro nipa no mu chane kasa bebrebe eti people get very confused because look, how can you tell me say the whole world planes that we are seeing has been grounded for more than 5 to 8 months if planes miensa we are see planes are nipa call around the whole country around the world omukoye business people with ideas, businessmen and women traveling across the world omuno na ejuma omu ye na turning the wheel of the economy around the whole world and then evolve in obi benefit kakra. The engineers are home, planes in the CC form even the cleanest crown wom crown. Let's say so omu nyina tena fie we are seeing nyina no omanu aduane yetu. You're talking about the cabin crew. You're talking about even the
so niawo Kenya wo kan ba be so say COVID no emma enyansu so
enya ye meka ba besi so keke. It's a reality.
No, but my young say bia in revenue generation no we expect bia young can say 30,000 Ghana cedis. COVID aba na out of that 30,000 Ghana cedis now we expect no what me 70,000 Ghana cedis. Then the
what was the evidence to that? How can say and the people are saying say COVID crab by the ebema emfaso. How is it going to be possible? Who revenue generation is hovering, let's say about 70 billion a year. Now say ukonya everyone say because of all these incidents that happening and let me just finish that part and I come to this point. Ships say what we are saying was grounded. Ships say what we are seeing the goods and services echo we are seeing say ship back on ye loadu abi what me take bi 2 months near loadu nwe and say na be ko no end no hoso ye koyi and ye distribute ni nyina nso apunyina tamdi. The people who were on the field technical people, expertise, and offices, many offices and businesses and so many things are happening around the globe. No, nipa wu here our COVID time. No, and Recruitment make say maybe almost 800,000 people. How do you replace? And I've never stopped saying it. How do you replace such a gap? The whole expertise now running systems around the whole world, not only Ghanaians. Look at how many people are asset to this nation. Even cry yan suffer too much of a wono. You lose them. And we are talking about people with great ideas. Obi on ma wa school na could do achieve from great about 40 to 50 years experience in terms of the field the year juma mpa ebo wiase. Now suddenly the man is gone. That lady is gone. How do you replace such a human resource capacity around the world? It will take more than 30 years for us to get these people in place back. Because any panel quality no or katana ni kura say no BBC say BB aduma. It's a reality. I say I'm clearly obi no obetimi atena ka chem say COVID no nyansu aso e wo wiase. It's your revenue generation. If let's say for example you are generating about 70 billion a year. And now the ball ho akon even kura no achi kura sa bobusia kakra den esa the support ni ema bi wo na that revenue generation no so etimi kote crampo be say over 20 billion one eba be 20 billion how the eba kwa kushima mpa ebe mana ko to that effect say ebe san kusi animu and that is the argument I am trying to put across say if people have the figures say omfo say ampana your revenue shortfall no na eno no e less e ma ye konya sika ma ne timi be ne nke Ghana kra say ni kwa say ke kasa.
But that's the reality.
Give me the figures.
That's the reality.
No, give me the figures.
No, but the figures are there. I mean, your people who are on coffee ya or more and no more. Last week, na mene Net former deputy finance.
Yeah, mommy, I remember. Yes.
And she accepted it. Say yes, sana.
Did not figures now. Mama was saying, "Sana only."
And so it is on the Oko your friend is saying Ministry of your website at
what is?
So
I will not say
to you, maybe to you that is the reality. Metwase waka ma jiatum, but my yenhwe now. Ni nyina esi ye bo ni nyina tofa ye kwa to aba. Abato na yakoto no NPP aban a woti akonwa so wadi ntwo finfram more as UK for no more fa ne sen.
No, it's something that was really disappointing, genuinely
disappointing.
Yes, of course. How can you lose such a magnitude of election? ABC that if you look at even from the UGCC coming down to the UP and all that to a New Patriotic Party, at the NB say ya kopa ko to aba na yetimi lose to this magnitude. Even when we came to government in 1996, I think our parliamentarians was about 61. No krana free na sa time ya boycott to back on the win aba and no krana we appreciated. Oti de make say. Then President Kufuor buy and no so start taking up to a certain level. Then ya build the idea we drew 2016. Yes, reduce by certain figure be, but right now completely gone. Everything is almost gone.
So you can say the reason why just at the end buy we attribute.
There's so many factors, and in that particular space, that's the reason why I say and ya take committee and say omunko hwehwemu na omunfa report no famra, and then when the report comes, the findings that is going to come up no, that is where ebema also the recommendation as to going forward. What do we do? Sometimes we can also yebetimi atete hon kakra. Me personally, there are certain niyama bi happen here me feel say wrong in terms of wrong because for me the appointees, I know they are very glaring. So I remember the night of the election 2020. Many minua kokwa nine and anati hanumuna program. And I said certain things. Say, sa 2020 election na winning a call by say 500,000 and over na lose some of our parliamentarians about that margin. I said it clear that it has come as a challenge to us. And it has come early for us to learn lesson out of it. But I don't think we did learn any lesson out of it. It went even worse than how that time we is it here. And that is the results of we
one said that time na margin was 1 million. And I'm call 2020 we and I'm 500,000 margin. Now after 2020 elections and what the same committee or the findings about one thing. Dear Namoye fund is not the buyer no one fan yejuma someone fan yejuma that means say committee am asante say no
as a matter of fact I'm not privy to that information of that. I've seen the document as a book, okay, but what the founding and the one thing that committee was 2020. That time I think I was a second vice chairman of MPP UK, and I wasn't a chairman and you know make 4 years and sana me babu drew Nyame Aduma 2022 and I'm a chairman. I had a first election this year, and I can say for a fact say we are MPP UK there, and I have no doubt, and I stood my grounds on certain areas to make sure that we will come to this particular election with the united front, making sure we give everything that we can to make sure say supporting machine national party no and we did everything that we can. And as well as met me and so I can say external branches in Yina, Obiadodona, we were all in Ghana, went to Nkrasi and Namibia.
Party leadership.
And you know, personally, I think there are certain flaws in terms of the leadership, in terms of control. No credit the whole personally, I think there were certain elements in terms of polling station because information you know as external branches there were certain gaps be grounds because polling station hono do ye koko polling stations no many ade no edubabi abroche for no kura say they are just trying to rely on the people who are local. Say because now be honest, near convention near the kono kotoaba any idea. They don't even have nobody to submit me a religion. And so if you but then if you don't have people which is your grassroots, and right now I think personally I cannot say me done a duo of videos so but as a recommendation are going forward, we need to look at that particular part really, really well. The electoral, police station executives, electoral area coordinators, constituency, region, and national. There are because it's a chain of command. So if a strono and me and regulate really well, how is it going to respond? Refer to say it me attracting the region. I'm a region subscribe to that. And constituency, that constituency, some control. I'm managing the electoral area and then also the polling station. And I think there was a serious gap in that particular line. We need going forward. That is what needs to be addressed. It's one part of the whole system. I can't also rule out, like I was saying, seven appointees near the idea. Do na arrogancy. Ya can't want them. you fa telephone kranko for nya me because ya me kase you frɛ mo amfa ya na akɔ say be a me per se but it was a secret open secret people were saying say o frɛ appointees na omfa me I don't blame appointees omfa going forward what do we do because if say you appoint to obi so onkotena office no onkoye adwuma anya phone calls na so ko receive or kwa akoye adwuma eti I can also sympathize with them. Say meetings upon meetings near there. But the arrogance now people were talking about. Yeah, me my abeti so we were not respecting the grassroots, and we go there and sometimes we even run over them and we don't even entertain them and bring them closer. Politics yeah the nipa neye. Yeah the nipa neye. And also I can also say for a fact people are also saying is
almost say ya country kakra
bro fizu mintio
almost say ya country
bro fi mo kakra
also bro
mo fa chem kakra yeah enti se wo hwe and I will say this straight away without a doubt Francis is here as a member appointing Kofo so omunya adwuma mame na minya reports say ebinu maduma na omo ye na benefit yen in terms of political platform na ye nyina ye adwuma wo so no say ochina ye be say gina record na ye da na die na so na ye dia konkofo nche anko ka chom say omo meto abama me say if it's me
ye hu say videos bi twegu a wo hia neck na as obuafu a wonya atwede kra nka beto
it wasn't neck
it
was not neck
and why mo na wo hia omo as na obuafu sa
it was the general secretary in the frame say only external branches na buy yes and Yekushia anya ntokwa
per video na me hu na obuafu pa
I was very upset and no so on video no and I explained myself really well and everybody that is literally watching us now, many of the people around the whole world got to know the video. I don't want to repeat that particular part anymore because of baby Ejina
ahano Ejina no we eche na bohwe sinipe
na penya no na
ahano ye sinipe
I was otini
pen ye sinipe
one tinipe
mante
obi a wa ka chem se ohun se na me bofu
afa no obi nso so hwe yen de na si ye bibia general secretary ntem de na si
no as a matter of fact bibia ni we see I voiced out there niam bi a anko yi a me hu se and you know it wasn't an attack on the general secretary. It was clearly straight talking the truth to power. That is what I did. And you know some people were even took it as negative. Ebinum say the meeting was meant to be a secret meeting. Me makopan ko for me record. That wasn't the truth. No because at the time no Sadian started, you know, even the director of international affairs, Mraya started meeting. I'm so for recording. I was sitting on the first seat.
Okay.
And so, Okase, Mraya Rakudia, general secretary started so Okase, ma omo recording, omunja recording, you know. I don't know general secretary Nankasa can say, ma omun record because enya dia ye secret ayibia na say obeka asembia ebe ye negative bia so he gave the direction for the people to record nipa record ye kwa minim nipa
obetimi aka say party hierarchy e disappoint him
to some extent if it wasn't true then I wouldn't have probably standing there talking the way I was talking that day so I cannot deny that fact it's part of it and genuinely almost from on the buy we find out say there were certain elements of Niamabi and Nebia we could have done better. If you look at the margin it's not just one factor but it's so many things involved.
Wankasa as party chairman, branch chairman UK buy treatment our party hierarchy at the man have you been treated fairly?
Well,
fairly
as fairly. Me no me obia sebi o me mpame ho. Ano de no credit da ho anu waka. What you say? Me anytime bia maba bia and people were saying say me say me ba me ti uba mu na blah blah blah. Yes, me ba me na me ba me di uba na ba. What did they make an say? And I said that during the time they say, look, me the Uber nanam. In fact, this particular one, when we came, no, there was an assignment. Me ankasa me di ani muma yekohu pani bi. Ye de a program bi me drafted, me name communication director drafted say ye pese ye be ye adwuma bi ne de eboa. And inti no omo on try no hwe so obetimi. Ampa o hwe the program we've drafted for him. Ohu ye na ampa na ni je ho sample be fund. Ampa o fund ye buy so be kaya ye buy no. You call almost every single radio stations. Accra Hakwan, friend, Nanke say apparently. That time, no, I know they are not Uber, Sema, but I don't know the firm. That one, there, now a journey, air call region to region. Okay. So that one, me my car, now Madame Fubika, and you call your car no more, because I buy and not in your car, yes, around. And these are the areas now sometimes, the man, as a me call me me bufu kakra no because you the two if any say pickups and a buy
okay
MPP UK and YEF and you the buy so one year the buy no I did make mention say at least there yem fa ba ko pekra me kwa na mbeze tu ni na yem fancy o ma me crofo because we had 13 constituencies to support the omo national de man na 10 and young crop ones or free UK or winning or bar as parliamentary candidates. No more 3. So I added the 3 say yen timini then enko support enko 4 na yen ja yen feed so I asked my executive to add it.
Meno kasa say yabeka say mo party leader and I say mo flag bearer 2024 elections. Dr. Bawumia El Harvard UK party chairman Yamfa Wanko at India.
No, that is not supposed to be say
no, but you're supposed to be there.
No, I'm not.
Receiving on the first
no, I'm not in the. He is not in the United Kingdom. He's in America.
But you still have to be part of that arrangement.
Not really necessary. Say you have to be part of that arrangement. And it's okay
because when we are talking
about all the regional chairman of
no, say you can't diaspora. I mean, if we are talking about the legs of the MPP, I mean, who play?
Yeah, but if it was happening in the United Kingdom, and I'm a woho, and as I'm a first and second vice executives, then we will support. Going to say, Yemfan say flag bearer, former flag bearer, me two coin.
Okay.
Now oko baby. As I say, ye core Nippon team now in America so one external branch, and so very powerful and vibrant there. So they have to also arrange and go and support him. So if ABA on our own, we want to send the delegation to go and support her, we could have also done that. But it's not mandatory.
I'm for someone or can say more candidates now more than no buy no. Just recently, omo ye eyibi ka say when timi antwe no ho emfree president no ho yie enu nti na ma odi ntwo no ebi nso nsem omo kan say mo candidate no as a Ghana for na angina ntom ni me enu ne we na wo
well enti na maka cho say sisi an the facts are there for us to see ebetimi ehu the actual fact in the committee na ya sisi an whatever the findings are omo de beba abontin that will be the scientific fact. Omo no aye ni nyina na ya putting it together and then when it comes up that report will be there. And then maybe some of the bullet points will come out for you media to get it. It might not be the whole document because we cannot also see a friend says, "I will need Nadia Babontina." Be recommendations are very good and strategic. As I say, yeah, they call here Jumana as I be sure go Abonte and Vanco. I don't think that
this committee no the Papa Beba Bontina 2028 party.
In fact, they are working. So in terms of Mijidi said here, unless it comes out for us to say a bit scrutinize and Yashe say no the buy no one as say ba and as say no one as say like I'm saying to you no yes we are committee UK and you see there is something young fan say there be a me was say if you want to sample size a certain figure say offer nipa 10 now pick your crowd randomly now the omu gina now biso omu nsema na omu nyina yi ano a na nsema omu beka no if you move it into the higher figure to like let's say 50 then maybe 80 to 100 then you get your 100%. The chances say ebe iti into that bigger number no higher So what we are also putting up in the United Kingdom is here na ye kan ho asem no. Say yen so ye de no ba bonte ampa na me hu a say omu wie as a chairman e beba mensumanim. And so me so me hu ehwe saa ne ma ni nyina wie ampa yen ye de no a yen so ye put it together no. Eni wo mu de ne be hyiam na antimi amachi ye na say no ye too negative a. Then I can also state say yen de na ye no mumu no because of say how de we are na had any point ntimi nkan o madwene but United Kingdom de obi ansro obi amfere obi a eniema na ampa omo de omo ni hu ye no they will say it, they will recommend give us a good recommendation betimi aboa nyina eti no na betimi aboa me nyina yetime hu how identity
medase bebre se obaye onya onkoye de kwan bi aso ye besan so ahia ne asan sine pembiem ansana watimi akọ niema bebre babubo mu ama yebre no so atekakra enti ye hwe animu se ye besan aba na fe yaba be di nkomo na yaka ne yi akọ anim madama ya da se papa eno eye chairman Kencity Agyapong wono na woye UK branch MPP woye party chairman ewo ho na wono na yene no ahia edi nkomo ewo ha ama bibia timi akọ nani ma menko board no so na fe messages mienu pe yen free ho na fe yen sorry na yenko sabatel hwe messages mienu na aba no na fe yen free ho na yenko yenim ebre na etia yen pa.
Okay. Good afternoon. Great show by all standard. The biggest demonstration is coming on soon against NPP leadership. We lost the election because of Nanado and some of the parliamentary candidates. How can our former Chief Justice join the opposition party to lead demonstration against her own party if they make mistake to impose Baumia on us? We need Honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong to lead the coming 2028 election. Please, I want to visit you at the studio. Please give me time and dates. I'm Thomas from New Fadama.
All right. Okay, Shannon, so
okay. This is what the NPP fraternity wants you guys to do. Go ahead and fire NDC, not Baumia camp. Good job done.
Nya obeye bia ni pa be kan ho asem eya na esa nete ya betena ha ye de no ya sini pempempen ye ko na ebre antimi amba ya fanti ye antimi ambie phone lines no amfa ma nyankopon ya adom a ekena ye behwe na yatimi aye ne pepepe ama bibia akọ nanim ti monfa nche yen ekena ye bebie phone lines no na yatimi edi enkomo wote yen kan ewo oman 107.1 FM ewo nkrampopuni mantemo ash enso so ewo eye kumase ene ne mpatem ehonso so no eye 101.1 FM 90.1 FM nap radio asimfusu ana afei wosanso ete yenka ewo USA eye King's Jersey radio eno ewo New Jersey wote yenka ewo ho sanso ana Sources radio Tottenham UK ehonso so wote yenka se yetwagum ana afei eye Jerry's TV ono so ewo USA wote yenka ewo ho afei womo aka nyina so no etimi etipiti mu kama ame yekoyenim YouTube yefa ho Facebook yekoho ekoye adwuma kama Net2 television esunye sinipen yede asi yankopon ya adomo a etena enso so yebesan atena se na afei yede abrew yefra me Anthony Kofi Nkum Daddy medase yakraw nyame ya adomo echena yebesan ehia.